So going over all the aspects of Project Nightmare from back to front and everything that I know as of right now on what is needed. I know that the fuel tank is damaged in the bottom where it's sitting, so I'm gonna have to raise that up so that whenever it does lay out, it doesn't rub the ground. The airlift performance that I have, the controller is kind of quirky and doesn't work all the time, so I'm gonna have to get another one. The air compressors work great. It's got a, I believe it's a 7-gallon air tank on it, 2 Viair compressors, and as far as that goes, everything works great. The bags, as you can see, and how everything is done. I recently found out that one of the guys that helped work on this truck during its original days has passed on, and I hate to hear that. And I'm gonna try to get this truck finished that way that it will be done for many reasons. But from the very back, like I said, the gas tank needs to be raised up. I personally do not like how the bed is set up. I do like how open it is right here, and maybe I can leave it like this and just put like a piece of plexiglass right here and have it covered up. But my end result is completely different than this from what I'm wanting to do, and that's with the purple bed I showed in the shorts. As far as back here, I've got to add shocks because, like I said, it bounces around a lot and it makes it to where it is extremely bouncy, and so I'm gonna have to mount shocks from the rear end to this bar right here. And I've already got all the mounts, I've already got the shocks for it, and that's for the back. As you can see right now, it has nothing. And during the process, I also swapped up the bags, the airlines, because now when you hit like the left side, the right side picks up instead. I've got to swap all that around. The battery location is right here. It's not covered up by anything, and it needs to be redone as far as the welding, because now, as you can see, it is rusted and it needs to be fixed. There is some square tubing right here to help brace it up. Up under this carpet is where the bed mount would be, but it's not mounted right there. So I've got to build a bed mount also. It's the same way on the other side, as you can see. That side, it kind of is mounted, but it's very, very weak. So I've got to change that. I've got to make it way better than what it is. As far as the welding job that has been done on the rear end and the 4-link and all that was done awesome, and nothing I believe needs to be changed. I don't think that any of that is bad at all the way through. Now the one 4-link bar down here on the very bottom, it is broken on the left hand side. I'll get a closer picture. Hold on. So as you can see, somebody tried to fix it well after it has been welded in, and when they tried to fix it, I don't know if it was a temporary job or what the case was, but they tried to fix it, and now I'm gonna have to take and grind all that off and try to get it where it's welded back on the right way, that way that it doesn't allow the rear end to move around or swivel or break off at that point. So that's got to be re-welded. And then as far as the inside of the cab goes, as you've seen, the hole in the firewall is very, very bad. I've got to make that look a lot better. Over here in the floor, right over here in this area, you can actually see through it. I'm gonna have to redo quite a bit of this, I think, and make this look a lot better. I don't think that they did a bad job originally. I just think that whenever they were doing this hole, I think that they didn't realize that the sharp edge would eventually cut into wires. When we were test driving the truck, again, like I said, it drove perfect. The guy that I bought it from was actually driving it very hard, and it never once did any kind of crazy stuff. But the clutch pedal has been modified to allow it to be the traditional body drop, which you can see here. They've done along there. All that welding is good. The floor is very solid as far as that goes. But I'm gonna make a dash, and I'm gonna make door panels, which right now it does have factory door panels on it, or factory looking door panels on it. But I'm gonna make a dash and make door panels. I'm gonna make it completely. I'm gonna make a center console. I've already got bucket seats. It does already have a center console, but I want to make one. I want to make one with subwoofers and stuff in it. Up under the hood, in a other video, I showing how this is just set for the moment. It's not welded in and done, but the eventual thing that you'll get, I took a burn tank and I cut it in half. And this was to save money, because I mean, the purpose of what I want to do is to show that you don't have to be rich to build projects. You don't have to be rich to be doing these things. You can take and do these things on a budget. So I'm gonna be as budget friendly as possible on my builds. Another thing that I've got to change is this right here needs to be cut off, because it is like literally right at my tire. So that's got to be cut off. Around the master cylinder, I've got to redo that, that welding, and then I've got to swap out this carbureted intake manifolds, put on the fuel injected manifold. I've got to fix that hole. A lot of these fuel lines that are here are going to go away. There's a lot that's going to change up under here once I get this fuel injection in, and the wiring is going to have to change, because it's supposed to have a box right here where the relays and all that go. So I'm probably gonna have to take and extend that wiring. And then it's got a good radiator. The headlights are extremely bright, and the front bumper, it has a light from the F-250 mirror. So whenever you hit the turn signal, it flashes in sequence from left to right, right to left. But overall, once I get everything done, as far as everything fixed, then I'm going to take the motor out, take the transmission out, and repaint the firewall. And I'm going to paint the inner fenders. I'm going to show you how to take and cover in up all these spots. Right now my fenders are not bolted on, they're just in place, just to show you. So between the fender, or between the firewall and the front. Literally, there is nothing that stops it at all. The only thing that protects you in a front-end collision is going to be the frame, but with those wheel wells welded in place and some bracing put in, it will definitely help. That will be added. And then the front end, this side, the passenger side, it is good. I don't see any issues with it. It raises up good. But the driver's side up underneath has 2 shims, and I don't know why. So it makes the driver's side tire actually hit. I know this is bent right now, but it makes it the driver's side tire actually hit the fender bolt-in area here. So I'm gonna take those off and see if maybe I can figure out why they're in there to begin with. Maybe if somebody that recognizes the truck knows why. If they do, then comment and let me know. It does have a smaller brake booster so that it is able to fit 22s and be fully on the ground. Of course, my driveway is not flat at all, so it doesn't lay out right now. Even though it looks like it is, it's not. But on a flat surface, it does lay out. And these wheels I got from a friend of mine named Milton. His truck was featured in Mini Trucking. It was actually a cover truck. And found him and became friends with him right away. He's an awesome guy. And he sold me these wheels. They were on his Ford Ranger. And I'm going to take and finish them. They're going to be matched to the color of the truck that I do. But I do like the pinstriping. So I think I'm going to do that also. This is Robin Egg Blue on the pinstriping. But the tires, as you've seen, are in absolute terrible condition, and I don't care right now because the truck is still in various stages of being built. So until it's done, I'm not getting tires. These tires have actually been on these wheels since this truck was on the cover of Mini Trucking, which has been many years ago. Whenever they were on the cover, they were all black. But as for right now, that's going to be our progress, and I'm going to get that hole fixed, and we're going to start from there. And then I'm probably going to pull the engine transmission out and swap it over to fuel injection and do that outside of the truck, and then go ahead and get the firewall maybe painted the color that I'm going to do. So I don't know, we're going to figure that out. But as of right now, this is where the truck stands. And the backstory on it, like I said, the reason why it's Tragic Nightmare is because it's literally been a nightmare since I got it. There's a lot of stuff that's got to be fixed, and this hole is the worst part of the entire ordeal because that's what caused the truck to nearly catch on fire. But I've got my factory hole that I can put in, and it goes against the factory grommet for the firewall to make it weatherproof. All I have to do is take and cut a hole in the firewall and put it in, and then it's literally going to look factory once it gets done. But all in all, if you stay tuned to my channel and watch along, I'll show you how I build the dash. I'll show you what all I do in order to make the door panels. I'm going to make a subwoofer box and a a background for this behind this the bucket seats. I don't have any pictures of the truck's interior from whenever I first got it, because I literally had to take it apart the day I got it. But you'll see during the progress. So stay along. I hope you like everything. And again, if you have any questions or any comments or anything that you would like to say, comment down below. If you think of a color you think that would look amazing on this truck, then comment below. If you think of any kind of graphics or anything that would look awesome, let me know. I kind of want to do just a solid color, but at the same time I kind of want to do some graphics and make it wild and make it stand out just dramatically. I do want to get the taillights are blacked out, but I want to get all LED and I want them to be red. I don't like the blacked out taillight look. And then it does have a tailgate which is functioning, and that's how you put gas in it at the current moment, which I don't like also. You can see some of the remnants of some wiring here also, but there's a lot of stuff that I've got to redo. Stay along for the ride and you'll get to see how everything gets rebuilt. Hope you all like it, and thank you for watching.